All right. It says I'm live. Am I live? I see there's a handful of people here. Now, it says it's showing I have audio on the bottom. First timer, you guys, all right? So be patient with me. Put on these grandpa readers. All right. Now, can you hear me? Where do I read that? All right, I got it. Yeah, yep, we're here. Yep. Nashville. How's it going, Pepper? Whoa. Slow down. Jeff, Jennifer, Mark, Jenny, Michael, Len, Ellie, everybody. Hello. All right, so you can hear me. All right, now listen up. I could probably sit here and say hello for an hour, right? Now, how about, okay, just so you guys know, whoever's here, this is just going to be a short little thing just to make sure I got my shit together. So when I start, I guess I'll be the first dude, right? So I got to make sure I can do it, right? So let's start with the audio. How is the audio? Now I've got this. Can you guys see this? I got one of these old things I've had sitting around for a couple of years, never used it. So that's what I'm using. It has a bunch of adjustments on it. So what do we got? We got volume, but it has headphones on it. So I guess that's in case I wanted to put on headphones, which I don't know why people do. Do you see the people streaming news with headphones on? Now, anyway, I've got gain and I got 4 other settings on the back. So I know it drives me nuts when people talk too close to the microphone, right? So if I'm just sitting here normal, how is the audio? How is the audio right now? Is it clear? Is there any fuzzy? Is there any annoying shit going on? A little bit of lag. Good. As good as YouTube gets. Sounds good. Closer. All right. Hold on. Right about there. How's that? Now, do I got to talk loud or can I just talk like a normal dork? A little closer? Really? I got to put my damn lips in this damn thing? All right. I got lots of people saying it's good. Hello from Ireland. Hey, man. I'm back. No fuzz. Normal. Dork is good. Dork is happy. All right. Now, we got that. Now, how about the screen? So when I use this camera, I bought this little camera, I don't know, a couple months ago. I didn't even know what I bought. Cracked it out of the box. And I have a little, hold on a sec. So it came with one of these little things right here. And it sits in it. Or had a hook. So it's laying on the back of the laptop so I can utilize the laptop to read you guys. So is that thing in focus? Super clear. Okay, good. I can't stand it when it's out of focus, man. I hate that. I had that happen with that bear the other day, and it's like a 1 in a million chance when you're hoping to see any game animal. Once a game animal gets that big, old, and elusive, usually it can take, I don't know, I mean, the largest black bear I ever decided to hunt, it took me 3 years of staying on him every spring, and I seen him 3 times with my eyeballs. So you can imagine how rare it was for me to go down to the river the other day, hoping I'm going to see that big old dinosaur, and boom, there he was. I'm like, what? You got to be kidding me. Anyway, I set that camera up, and my there's a brand new lens, and on one of the automatic, I think, stabilization buttons, something was wrong, and it made the lens go doink, doink, doink. And when I got home and seen that, I just about cried because I know how rare it is to have that camera equipment and have an animal that rare in front of me. It's like, oh my God, no way. And then it wasn't perfect. So it drives me nuts. So it's good to know. So both audio, visual are good and strong. Glare on glasses. I know, it kind of sucks. How to get away from that? So I got one ring light over here. If you guys notice when I do videos in here, the quality of the light changes nonstop because in the morning, there's a sliding glass door right here. I mean, right there. And when I come here at 5 a.m, it's not light enough. So I will turn on these lights, which I don't really like that color. They're kind of orange. And then sometimes turn on the ring light, sometimes not because it's annoying. So a lot of times they get that orange tint to the camera in here. And then later on, like right now, down the sun is beating down on this wall, and the wall, this barn, the shop is still metal right there. And now I got that 10-foot sliding glass door. So I am in a freaking oven. And I don't have AC in here. So I don't spend much time in here this time of day. So I pulled the curtains, and now I got that ring light and I got the above lights. So I don't know. The glare. Let me try this. If I look down, I don't see any glare right there. Yeah, whatever. Who gives a shit about my face, right? I'll get that ironed out. That's a minor one because I can see on the laptop what you guys are seeing, I believe. All right, so we're ready to rip. Now, what am I going to do next? Next, I have to. I guess I'll get a hold of Nino. I'll text him and see how he wants to do this. He said, I think he just said he wants to just rock out a couple of shows for your channel, my channel. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Whose channel, whatever. Let's just get him topped up with first-hand knowledge before the douchebags get to him, right? That's alluring for me at this stage of the game, because how many times we have those people who keep everybody going in that useless circle that goes nowhere, and they just jump in front of those lenses like they just can't get enough of it, right? How many times we've seen him do that? And then we've seen Rogan, who's got he's the biggest podcast in the world. Big audience, right? Lots of people. And unfortunately, he had a certain doctor on there who has partaken in a lot of huge energy towards annihilating innocent women's careers to keep the truth away from all of you. And what does he do? He ends up with that guy on his show. I just about shit myself. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. No. Right? So as soon as I got wind that Nino was having a conversation with Juan about Sasquatch, I thought, okay, I'll cut a little time to listen to this. I don't know who Juan is. I've never met him. I've listened a few times. I don't know enough to comment, but I do know that after listening to him for about 11 and a half minutes, I knew right away the man was not informed. So, and I could see Nino intently listening to him, soaking it up. And I know that I am on the same page as Nino in a lot of topics. I'm pretty sure once we get going, we're going to be buddies, without a doubt. And but I just had a feeling in my gut that we should probably head off the pack of D-bags quick, get to Nino first, so we can share all of your knowledge with him, right? So that's the motivation there. So his channel, my channel, I don't give a shit. Obviously, his channel, there's probably going to be a lot more people that aren't familiar with the truths, right? So, and then I guess I can tell, I have a funny feeling once we get together, we're going to be dropping bombs, right? So I don't see anybody on here, but I view all of you like my buddies. Like we're sitting in the shop, having beers, shooting the shit. That's how I talk. I do govern my mouth to a point, but I don't really give a shit for the most part, right? Because I know I'm not insulting anyone. I'm not offending anyone. And if you're a member of offended culture, it's just not a safe place. So I have a feeling once Nino and I get going, it's going to be like we're the only two in the room. And our filters are probably going to dissolve pretty quick, I'd imagine. So I think he's a big Rumble channel guy. And the only time I've used Rumble is to throw down messages that I know will get us deleted here from these dirtbags, right? So I'll leave it up to him how we're going to do this. But I'll text him after I get off of here with you guys, and we'll get that going. And then what about moderators, dude? Do you really need moderators on here? I haven't a clue. Because what happens? I mean, apparently people get on here and start saying stupid shit to each other. Is that the point of moderators? Nino's too afraid of getting channels drop on. Well, I don't know. Who knows, right? He needs somebody like me to probably maybe encourage him to just let him rip. I don't know, because I'm not scared of shit. What was I saying? Moderators. How do you even get a moderator? Why? Somebody answer me right now. Why do channels get moderators? Is it to stop people from saying stupid shit? We're all adults here. That's what I thought too. You eventually, because of spammers. All right. What else? Trolls will get eaten here. You got to admit, everybody's got big pants here, right? And everybody's pants are pulled up. So, I mean, I don't think I could picture myself going on somebody's live feed and watching the comment section. Then all of a sudden I start crying my eyes out because some douchebag said something rude. Do you know what I mean? You just skip it over, skip by it. Yes, put Sarah on to block people. Yes, troll control. Really? I've been a moderator on bigger channels and I've never once banned anyone. Just time them out at a max. Yeah, I don't know anything about the moderator position, you guys. Don't hold back, don't censor yourself. No mods. They get a bloated head. Hmm. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing that. I mean, let's just picture you guys. Okay, I'm talking away, right? I'm talking away. I'm live. Nothing affects my speech. Nothing can sidetrack me or derail me while I deliver whatever I've got to deliver. So, I don't know. You guys want? I guess. What do? You go down the comment list and grab somebody randomly and pick them for a moderator? I could probably get a couple of the ladies to do it. Actually, I know they're avid watchers. I'll get them. I could probably get them to do it. And one of them is actually a very professional techie / knows global hackers and has had government come to her place. And I trust her with my life. And she's a handy friend to have. So, okay, moderator thing. You guys really think we should? Who knows? Maybe I'll put a poll on the community page. You can answer it there. And if it slides heavily and yes, get a moderator because I get offended easily, then we'll do it. A moderator can read the questions to you, so you don't need to watch. All right. Is this my first live stream? I think I did a live stream 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, there is so many people. I mean, look, if I scroll back, there's got to be hundreds of comments already, right? All right. Interested in orbs. Almost got snatched by one 47 years ago when I was 12. The orb thing is very unsettling, and there is a lot of people who are 10 times smarter than me. No, 10,000 times smarter than me investigating them. All right. Getting your feelings hurt because it can take over the chat. Really? Dirtbags can take over the chat. No way. That's really weird to imagine. Mods block spammers. He also has a mod for a couple channels. Ads are getting put on it. Really? Weird. Head for $800. A handful of people here. You know, there's about to be 300,000 subscribers here. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I think that's a pile of people in internet world. I don't know. I mean, when you look at what is really popular is I think it's once people get into millions of subscribers, don't they, or something? I don't know. I've never really worried about it too much. I mean, think about it. How do you freaking push this topic on anyone, right? I don't understand. I guess if you are motivated to get the subscribers and get the views, then I guess you're going to try to market the shit out of or something. But you can't. I don't see this as a topic that you market to push on the public. It just doesn't make sense. It's like a friend of mine, the doctor said, I'll never forget, he said it. He goes, look, I'm sure they're out there. I don't know enough about it, but it takes a lot of time and I don't got the time to look into it. Nor did he have the interest. Why? Because he'd never seen one of the damn things. Lucky dude, right? So as far as subscribers and like, you know, my attitude on that shit, whatever, you come here, the door's wide open. The knowledge is here. You want to get some shit off your chest, you come here and you do it, and it's word for word. Unlike a lot of the people in the past who was the so-called big names, right? I have a feeling because of all of your honesty, all of you and all of your honesty, the so-called big names in the Bigfoot Sasquatch community are soon to be referred to as the big frauds in the Bigfoot Sasquatch community, right? They can have it. I'm not a member. We're just a member of all the people and all the truth. That's it. And it's amazing. You guys got to admit, I think I made a point here over the past years is proved in the fact that when you make it about the people, when you give everybody a voice and treat them all equal, shit happens and it becomes very powerful very quick, right? And that is why the majority of the big business, big governments who are in control of the majority of the news they deliver to us. That's why they try to control your speech, because if they don't, you get powerful, right? This channel has proven that 10 million times. I love it. Love it. We're all equal. Steve, don't do live chats. Why not? Adirondacks. Isn't it funny how many of you New Yorkers will go out of your way and email me? You didn't pronounce it right, Steve. You better get this right. I know. Esoterical orbs are in between phase of morphs. What's the hairy guy behind me? Yeah. Still working on my perfect 10 questions. Yeah, no doubt, man. You know why that's a tough one? It took me a while to think up my 10 questions too, because there's so many, and each question rolls into another one and another one and another one. But we're all learning, everything's connected, right? Everything is connected. This happens to be, I feel, one of the easiest topics to show the world that we're getting bent over, right? It's one of the easiest ones. I guess a lot of people that just don't want it to be real would be shaking their head so hard, just disagreeing with me right now, right? But it is. It is. It's so bizarre. It's such a bizarre thing to watch how people react to this topic and a handful of other ones. It's just so weird. You don't need a mod if you're not live. What's being hidden? There's a lot being hidden. You know, one thing about people that don't want to accept these facts, I don't like using the word believe. It's either you don't want to know, you want to know, or you don't want to know. You know what I mean? It's knowing. It's knowing or not, accepting or not, right? How's Edgar doing? How's his battle? All right, so here's the Edgar thing. A lot of people, here's a funny thing. When you read, I think I've found that when you read, it's like a car accident. You know, police will be at a car accident or at a shooting, and they'll have a dozen eyewitnesses side by side saw the same shit go down. And they'll get almost 6 or 7 different versions of went down. It's really bizarre, but it's true. And I've seen that happen here. I've shared, I speak, I deliver, I give people updates on what's going down. And then next thing you know, I'm getting shit on from a handful of people that are quoting me with quotes that never come out of my mouth. It's so bizarre. And you kind of think, oh man, here we go. It's just like being at a shooting or something. I just delivered the same sentences and messages to I don't know how many people, and there's a fair amount of them heard it differently and then started attacking me because of what I said. Meanwhile, I didn't say it. It's a really weird thing for me to watch. Happens a lot. So the Edgar thing. People are saying, Edgar's going to write a book. It's like, good God, would everybody listen? Here's the deal. Quick as I can in a nutshell. Edgar he actually met his wife in my old neighborhood. I know every single thing about this man. Met his wife in my old neighborhood. Went to all the same places as me. Was originally from the UK. Got married over here. Met her over here. They were both from the same country, but met over here and got married here. Very interesting, right? He has children. I know where they're on the planet. I know their names. Anyway, getting back to it. The man emails me distraught, needing somebody to talk to try to make sense of what went down. And I caught that email a long time after it was in the inbox, as usual. And I emailed him back right away. And I think I may have shared his email and then sent out a call out on a video, hoping either him or his son would hear it and let him know that we answered. And sure enough, he was in a different country and his son answered, said, I got the message to him. Okay, perfect. And then I believe I urged him to get the Proton email, which another scientist had previously set up for me and then handed the keys over. A scientist who still today has not given me permission to share what he's shared with me. Okay. Although I did share an email from him recently just about the state of the world and the message he had about saying no more and concentrating on the good. That man is so loaded with knowledge, it's stupid. Anyway, so that's how I got the Proton, was from that scientist. Then I got Edgar in there. And then Edgar shared his experience with us. And he also has contacts, colleagues. You see, the nuclear scientist gang, they're a bunch of uber geeks, right? They don't go on the internet like we do. Imagine these guys' brains are just built differently. And there's various countries in the world have nuclear bombs, nuclear energy, but they don't all have the nuclear scientists, right? So it's a close knit group. And another thing all those scientists have shared with me, their concern is because it's open game on their asses in the planet. What they learn, what they see, sometimes they learn and see too much, and maybe somebody who's in power sees they might have a weak link that just might spill, and then they off his ass. It's a fact. So you got to give Edgar credit, man. He blatantly said to me, "F the man. I don't give a shit." I'm like, and then that's my attitude too. And then I get caught up, or like, yeah, screw everybody, let's let it rip, man. And then as we go, my gut was starting to think, oh man, I probably should put a little bit of a filter on this. Maybe this might not be the right thing to do, just letting him rip like this with his full name and what he's sharing and where he's getting his information from. But whatever, we kept it going. Now, the majority of the information that Edgar has come from other scientists. Okay. Now, he has shared with me, good God, I don't know how many pages of emails of conversations between him and these other scientists. And that's what a lot of that is what I've shared with you guys. And along the way, so what is he? He has a blood cancer. Obviously, these guys know they know radiation. They know how to avoid radiation. He's swore up and down a million times, I didn't get this from any radiation at work. There's no way. He absolutely feels confident he got this from his whatever happened to him with that being. When he lost time, woke up farther down the trail, his clothes were rearranged, and then once he got home, his son saw it too, and his phone went ping, 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 sending him 30, I don't know how many, I forget, 39 or something, text messages from 39 different international airspace welcoming him back into that airspace. How freaking bizarre is that? Anyway, then he went to phoning the cell phone company to say, hey, what the hell's going on? Another voice came on there, called him back. I forget, we got it all down in the email. We shared that email, was that a couple years now or something? And then boom, his phone's erased of all that proof of those texts from those different airports in the same minutes, right? Of course, whatever. Who gives a shit? Really, right? So moving along. So between Edgar and all of these other scientists, they have, quote, seen these beings dozens of times each in their careers, all at the nuclear, either missile sites or nuclear power sites. All of them. And numerous times, these beings have made it past all the security barriers and they just stand there looking up at the camera at them. Right? Now, one of the scientists who he feels is possibly the authority on when it comes to knowledge on these beings. The guy's been around. I know who he is. And he needs to remain fairly anonymous at this stage of the game, right? Still employed. And his recent trip to Russia enabled him to be into a mountainous community. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get this through without repeating the whole thing. I'm going to babble for days. What it boils down to is he went into this community and he got to meet one of these beings. And he was loaded up with information he was absolutely taken back by. Couldn't believe it was happening. He couldn't believe he was learning what he learned. He said, quote, this is I got to see the conversation between him and Edgar. Okay, I don't communicate directly to this particular scientist. Actually, we emailed once about a year ago. He speaks with these guys are tight. These guys are tight, trusted friends. And I have all of the emails. I've got it all. I've got everything. And his recent last trip, he basically said that he has received, quote, all the answers a scientist would ask. End quote. Right? Now, this guy doesn't have a following. He's not an internet guy. He doesn't have, there's no, the world doesn't know who he is. Right? I think he's retiring. Anyway, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that he's going to put it all in a book. Who wouldn't? What else is he going to do? What else is he going to do? Right? Another thing too is once you put anything in a book, you can't delete it with a button. Right? It cannot be erased from the internet. It's in a freaking physical book. It goes hand to hand to hand to hand. Left on a coffee table, left in a high school library, right? Slid under the door into a university. Dozens of them. Whatever, right? Think about it, you guys. There's a handful of people out there whose brains are a little challenged. Oh, yeah, you're going to put in a book and make a bunch of money. Shut the fuck up, you dumbass. Get your head out of your ass. God. You know what I mean? You got to think about the power of paper, the power of the book, picture of the author on the back, the man, his credentials, bam, in your face, nothing you can do about it. It's out. Right? You got to encourage people to, you have to encourage people to get back to writing books. You can't control them. So, all I said, I'm not sniveling about it. I said to Edgar right away, I go, you tell him the second he gets that sucker put together, I'll promote the living shit out of it 24/7 to make sure that all of you get the honest information from somebody who knows it and seen it firsthand, right? There you go. So that's a ramble. So that statement there is one of the statements I made clearly on here. And the next thing you know, there's a handful of people going, oh yeah, Edgar's just going to turn around and put it into a book. I knew it was all about the money. Get your brain firing correctly, right? What else? Adirondack. Adirondack. So, sorry, getting back to Edgar's, how's he doing? So he had a stroke. That's another reason why I didn't push him. I mean, what do you do, right? You got a guy in his 80s, super sweet, kind old guy. And here he is faltering. His life's faltering. He's in that hospital for how many freaking weeks? And then he finally got out of there with this particular scientist we're talking about. And both of them and their wives got to go have a holiday after he was in hospital for freaking weeks or months. And I just don't have it in me to hound him. Hey, come on, man, give me the goods. Where's the transcripts? Come on, you said you're going to get those conversations to me. Let's go. I just don't have it in me to do that to somebody. It's like, all right, I got patience. You sit and you wait. You just sit and you wait. They want help, you give them help. They need encouragement, you give them encouragement. They offer up something for you, you take it or you leave it. So I've just sat here patiently, but here's my problem is I'm an open book with all you guys, right? It's almost like I'm coming home. When I get in front of the camera, it's like coming home. I'm home. Guess what I heard today, you guys? And I spit it out there. And then I realized, oh, shit. That was page 10 and 114 and page 301 that I gave. Damn it. I should have probably waited until I had all the other pages in there too. But that's how I've been receiving all the information from him over this past year and a bit. But I do have enough now. I can lace it all up. I am lacing it up to make sense of it and get it all together. But it takes a lot of time, right? What else? Yeah, so he had a stroke. The old bastard's still fighting, right? He's still kicking. And he had a stroke, came back, and he showed me a conversation with his partner. And he said he was hoping if he healed up enough, he could come back home, which he called Vancouver Island home. And I said, right on. You make it here, I'm going to come and get you and your wife, and I'm going to throw you in the boat, and we're going to have a good time. And that, I think, was probably one of the last emails we had with each other. And now I'm just sitting, waiting patiently. Okay. So in the meantime, other people with patience will start going crazy. It's all a big lie. You don't even know who the hell you're talking to. You're getting screwed. You're just doing this for the damn money. I can't be a more open book. So there you go. That's the update. But just so you do know, I have a piss load of information from them. I got it. It's safe. Nobody can make it go away. And I am going to get it all to you guys. All right. You got to be patient. But you got to admit, since all of you have been doing this through me, I think it's safe to say that the amount of frickin' factual knowledge that has flowed out compared to the amount of time these beings have been made publicly aware of from the so-called past fraudulent names in the Bigfoot world, right? The flow from all of you through me is is ridiculous. It's very rapid, right? You got to admit it. What has this been? 3 years or something? 3 years, and the shit that's come to our eyes and ears is incredible compared to the past 50 years. So if you're impatient, you think this is slow, you got to sit back and take another look at it, at what's really going down, right? Wow, 3 years. I know, it's crazy, right? It seems like yesterday. No jab here, no jab here. But but I have no judging either. There's a lot of people that had no way out of it. Never again, right? Never again. It's been 5 years. It's been five. No, really? I should finally write in and tell my stories. Boy, do I have a lot to share. Get it out, dude. There's no sense of holding that shit. What if you get hit by a car tomorrow? Right? Get it out. Just get it out. It's painless. Please use closed caption. Okay, I haven't a clue where closed caption is. I went on to my YouTube page the other day thinking, okay, what, there's closed caption. I have to do this? Shit. You mean there's a whole bunch of people that are missing out because I'm screwing up? There's nothing there. There's something on there, transcript or something, and it says, do you want to do it with your voice or do you want to type it? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going to type it and says I'm babbling. It's not going to happen. So somebody's going to have to point me to where the closed caption button is. I've learned so much from all the stories, things I didn't notice or figure out in my own experiences. Yeah, me too, man. I learned a lot too. Did you get the power supply yet? No, you know what? It's kind of funny. Just so you guys know, I don't know, because I skip over them so fast in my inbox, but I probably get, I don't know, half a dozen a day of various businesses wanting to use me to promote their shit on here and give me money. I've never answered one until this one, ever. It's like, yeah, God, whatever. Like I need to be reading that shit out, right? Just haven't been into it. So, but then I do realize I need a power pack so that I can do this in the middle of nowhere. And that's freaking cool. Now that I've got that Starlink set up and I'm starting to catch up with the rest of the world, I'm usually slow in that department in tech world. But so I started looking into it and then boom. Oh, somebody from here sent a business an email, referred me to get the power pack. Anyway, somebody emailed back. They emailed me back again. And then I emailed back again. I go, look, I got to leave September. And I'm not going to promote nothing unless it's good. So you're probably, if you want me to do this, you're going to have to get it to me pretty quick because I have to try it out because it's also going to be vital. If you guys knew where I was going, it might make you shake your head, but it's probably, I'm going north central British Columbia. The nearest road is probably going to be about, I don't know, 200 miles away, maybe. Probably middle of nowhere. And I want to live stream from there, right? So, and I thought, I don't know, it's probably a gimmick. I don't know enough shit about this promotion stuff. So then she emailed me back. She said it's on its way. And she said, if you don't like it, she sent me a video from a YouTuber who promotes their power pack. It's kind of tough to watch, to be admittedly, that just the video and the editing was kind of nasty. But anyway, she said, well, if you don't like it, can you ship it to these other people in Canada for us? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So it's on its way, and I got a tracking number the other day. Crazy, right? I guess I'll have to track it and see how it's making out. So yeah, it's on its way. Let's hope it's good. If it isn't, I'm going to be pissed because then I got to start scrambling to figure it out. My backyard's over 3 million acres of unadulterated wilderness. Been outfitted for 40 years. Rough life, man. Healthy life. Did you see anything? Have they introduced themselves to you in those acres? Y'all are demanding things from Steve like a bank robber. That's a good one. If they're watching on their cell phones, they should be able to get closed captioning via a CC symbol in the upper right of their screen when viewing via Facebook. Facebook? I'm not on Facebook. Please carry a Marlin gun. Oh, I got guns. There's no worry about firepower. I probably got enough firepower to cause a small war. Okay, guys? I got it covered. Okay. Now, I've been on here for frickin' half an hour. We're only supposed to be here for a few minutes making this shit set up. But I'm here now, but I gotta go. I'm so frickin' beat, man. My eyeball's been red for 2 days. I don't know why. I recovered from the strep throat, which was so ridiculous. I lost a couple days, literally lost a couple days. Didn't even know what the hell had happened, or even I didn't even let the chickens out one day. Can't believe I didn't kill them. Poor Sarah. But I still did the videos here. Isn't that stupid? But anyway, yeah, I'm good enough now. I'm had to paint the rest of this roof above me, the shop. That's when Nino texted me. And then in this inside corner, I've got about 400 square feet of wood to put on, and then I'm done. And it's been an ongoing project for a while. I got to get that done because I have to go back to the coast tomorrow. Where are we? Tuesday? Wednesday? I got to go Thursday morning back to the boat, and I'm going to take, I don't know how many different people I'm going to take out. Hopefully show them a great time, create some wicked memories, get no sleep, story of my life, and then come home and then carry on. So my days are ticking. What is it now? It's August. It's August. I have really got to put a big effort into getting all of my gear out, gone over, got together, and get ready to head into the middle of absolute frickin' nowhere. My real world, which I am more at home with. I am more at home there than I am here. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's funny how many people get scared out there. It's like I need to be there. Sarah understands that too. I've made that clear to every single person I've ever met in my entire life. This is what I do. This is what I do. If you stop me from doing it, I'm going to die. So there you go. There you go. All right, there's a lot of thank yous. There's a lot of thank yous, and I probably don't say thank you enough for everybody else because it's a group effort here, man. It's a group effort. All you guys needed was the asshole conduit, me, stubborn, to make sure that nobody stopped all of you from talking. That's my position. I'm here to stop people from stopping you. And it's been working out, right? Went through a lot of grief in the beginning. A lot of people were giving me shit for being such a combatant, but a lot of you, all of you, didn't see what was going on behind the scenes. You didn't see it, but they all petered out. They all lost. Of course, they lost. Not gonna lose to douchebags. But anyway, another thing too on that one, when for me, being aware of what's going on out there in the real world for such a long time, and watching the shit show, the public shit show, go down as more and more people were becoming aware, right? So, isn't it kind of funny that only a select group of individuals got to be the ones allowed to speak publicly in front of the camera, right? Now think about now that you guys know what you know about the world and how it operates and how mainstream operates. Like I said in the beginning of this morning's video, the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world. Google that one and you'll see why. You should know why anyway. It was just very, very apparent to me that group of individuals was screwing everybody. I'm like, oh my God, what a bunch of morons. And then I don't know what happened. What made me finally snap? I guess it was because of my hunting app that I threw everything I had into developing so I could try to bring true, honest knowledge to hunters and anglers without some celebrity lying to them and selling them bogus products. And actually, it was one of the biggest names in the hunting TV industry that I was guiding with, and left him standing on the dock because he was such a fraudulent, poaching douchebag. Because of him was how I became aware of the app world And I wanted to try to figure out how I could get knowledge to the people to bypass these idiots and show people that they can do it too. And you don't need all this fancy shit to do it. That was my motivation. It's funny how these dirt bags have made my life in a way, right? It's always been, I've always been motivated to tell the honest to God truth and out those pricks. And when it came to hunting and that individual who has sewered a lot of people, if he felt they weren't going with him, um, well, how are they going to challenge me? How are they going to challenge the other guys? We own the knowledge. They pay us for it, right? You cannot challenge me on that shit. It's not going to happen because you paid me to make your TV show a hit, right? So I'm babbling, aren't I? I'm going sideways. That's how I came out of YouTube, because then I finally built this app. Nobody knew who I was or what I did. I was a bit of a mouth on a hunting forum. Same thing. There's a lot of bullshit on there, and I got in everybody's face. And next thing you know, my threads at the time were the most read and watched threads in the history of the hunting forum. The government was on there. I was hearing the ministry was following my shit, the native bands across BC, the whole 9 yards. And then I come up with my apps, and I'm like, well, how do I get the apps out there? I actually cashed in my retirement money to fund it so I didn't want to have any partners. I had these big money guys wanting to be all over me and partner up, but I didn't want to be in bed with these douchebags. So I worked my ass off and I pay for it on my own. And then I had to figure out how to get out to the world. And then I think I had my last $70,000 got talked, and I had to, you got to use that money for advertising. So I got a hold of some company in California that took care of Duck Commander, Remington, and all these other big names, and the websites gave them the money. I went guiding for 3 months, came out. Nobody downloaded my app. Nothing changed. And all they said was, okay, well, now we know where we should tweak it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. This is a big mistake. And then, and some other friends of mine said, you got to tell people what you've done. I'm like, I don't want to tell people what I've done. I said, well, you have to. They don't know what you've done with your hunting career. And I hate the ego end of shit. And all of my hunting success, I did it because I loved it. And it was a challenge for me only and not against other people. And I've been around so many ego-driven, money-driven maniacs. I did not want it to be about me. It has to be about the knowledge. I said, well, it can't be about the knowledge. You have to show the people what you've done. Like, oh, shit. And I've done some things in the hunting world that lots of people haven't. I'll just put it that way. So I made a quick video at home, and it took me about 3 hours to make the video, and then paid for $100 boost on Facebook, and the downloads of the app went up 999% for 6 weeks straight. The learning curve, right? I'm babbling. What I'm babbling about is how I got to where we are here today. And then I realized the power of sharing your own truth and sharing stories. And there was a huge interest in hearing my hunting stories. I'm like, okay, I'll tell you guys, I got some crazy stories. And I just started telling my hunting stories. And then all of you started piling in here, and it got popular. And then everybody's like, come on, man, you got some Sasquatch stories. You heard about Bigfoot? And I'm thinking, oh God, I need to crack this open like I need a hole in the head, right? Not into it, not into the public shit about these things. I know they're there, seen them. And then I don't know what happened. Just one day, I just started picturing my grandfather climbing in that frickin' bomber in World War II and flying over frickin' Germany and dropping bombs, and then realizing that he was scared to share with me that he saw one of these damn things. And that man climbed into that sheet metal tube full of bombs to save everybody's asses that are basically on here. And he died scared of everybody here. And I'm like, oh, that's a penalty misconduct. That's a game that's bad. And then I had met John Bendernagel years ago. I went to one of these things at University of Victoria years ago. I met him. Actually took me out for breakfast and we hung out. Super nice guy. And then he died. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, I know about it. And I came out on fire because I knew I was going to be going into some fights. I knew I was going to be busting open some fights. The moment I did this, it was going to be game on. And I've had to do a lot of fighting in my life. It's unfortunate. I wasn't really had too much good guidance, ran with the dogs and did what stupid dogs do, right? Dumb shit. So, but I've had a lot of crazy stories I could probably share one day. But anyway, I was ready to fight, especially then. I'm like, yeah, I seen one of these things and go ahead and try to laugh at me. And then share with all you guys. And I realized how many people are out there that need to be heard and they're scared as well. And I'm like, I'm not scared. I'll do it for you. Send it to me. I'll read it out. And here we are. That's what happened. Right. And I've grown. I've matured a lot. I've grown a lot since because of all of you, all of us together. We've all grown together and learned so freaking much. And we've become such a massive, powerful force, stupid in the world. Right. This is the number one watched place in the world today when it comes to this topic. Number one. What? We've never encouraged anybody to like, subscribe, and share or shit ever. I think maybe once or twice we asked people to share because we needed somebody needed some help, but you got to think that's pretty effing cool, right? And that as well backs up for me what I knew all along was when you give the power back to the people, there's nothing stronger than that. Nothing, right? How's that for babble? Holy shit. Can I babble or what? I wonder if I'm even making sense. Maybe I'll read the comments. Everybody bailing off of the channel. The guy's flipped his noodles. I knew he was crazy. Listen to him go. He's babbling like a frickin' retard. Put the ring light up higher. I'm not scared. I'll tell anybody my stories of what I've seen. Right on. Do it. Do it. Don't hide the truth. Don't hide the truth. And when somebody tries to stop you, you fight. You fight like a dog. You know, it's funny when you get back to that one too, when I said I came out to fight and I don't lose. You might beat the shit out of me today. I'll come back and find you tomorrow. If you beat the shit out of me again, I'm going to come back and find you again until I finally even it up. That's just the way I roll in life. I can't help it. That's the way it is. So on that note, I challenged all those pricks, all that doctor, those reality TV assholes who I had a pre-warned heads up that who they were going to use to come after me. And they did. This all went down without you guys knowing. Now listen to me. Let's just say that I am having a negative impact on your business, okay? Because of what I'm saying. Let's just pretend I am having a negative impact on your business, okay? And you are legitimate. You're legitimate and you really care about the people. I will guarantee you are going to go out of your way to try to get a hold of me as fast as you can to straighten out this misunderstanding. Right? If you're innocent and legitimate and you care about the people and you feel 100% you're telling the truth, you are going to get a hold of me as fast as you can to straighten out this mess because I'm putting you in that hole and I'm putting you deeper in that hole. Right? Well, guess what? Guess how many of those dirtbags tried to get a hold of me since day one when we all came together here? Not one. Not one. Right? You could have seen that coming from a mile away. Right? They're lying, filthy bastards, and they've done so many dirty things. Look at me get fired up. It doesn't take much sometimes. I gotta stop there. But I had to make that point. That's the way it is in life. A lot of people bypass these obvious facts that are in your face. When you're outing some dirtbags, and if they're innocent, they're going to want to straighten it out and come and talk to you quick. Hey, whoa. No, you don't use, right? But when they're guilty, they hide in the shadows and they try to get at you in little cowardly ways. There you go. You're guilty. Didn't even need to take you to court. You're guilty. Off you go, off to the curb. No more limelight on you. You've been replaced with the truth and you've been replaced with the people. Off you go. Go sell your little footprint cast at that little convention, you loser. All right, I got to shut my mouth. Obviously, I've got a touchy spot when it comes to the lying dirtbags in life. Can't help it. Not ashamed of it. Somebody's got to be the prick, right? All right. You know what? What time is it? 5:20. I got to go eat some food. Got some stuff to do. And obviously I can babble like a moron. And if I start reading the comments, you guys are going to encourage me to keep talking my face off, and I'm not going to stop. Right? So I'm going to go. This is your warning. I'm going to go in a few seconds. You all right? So pummel the shit out of me on here, and I'll read a few of them. Thank you for all the kind words, you guys. All right. Thank you so much for the kind words. And they're all right back at it, every single one of you. Every single one of you. We're all equal. We're all equal. I'm just glad you picked me to be your asshole. You all picked me to be the conduit to throw in the ring, and I'm down. That's what I'm built for. I'm here to make sure you get heard and get in the face if anybody wants to stop you. I'm here. All right. I'm going to go. All right. This is part of the most reading I've done. It's tons of kind words, tons of love, and it's all right back at you. We're all one big family of free, honest people here. Free, honest people. One big happy family, equally powerful, and one massive force with each other. Isn't it great? It's absolutely ridiculous. But then again, I'm going to start babbling again. Once you realize the power of all the people here, then you can almost start to understand and see more how do we say it? How intoxicating that must be for the individuals who have that tick, that flaw in their brain that makes them just get freaking excited with that, the control of people. All these people follow me. Isn't that crazy to watch that shit? It's crazy to watch, especially with celebrities. Good God. I've met a pile of them over the years due to what I've been doing in my career. And so far, they're about 99% of them are right freaking out to lunch. Could you imagine if you actually went through life needing people to praise you or look at you? It's just bizarre. It's such a bizarre thing to watch. But anyway, I guess once I have realized and watched all of you become so powerful here and what you have done just in this one topic in this world, and I've watched these so-called popular names just fizzle into the dirt because of all of you and your power. I guess that shows me the part that the bad guys love. They love to be able to harness that power and control it. Creepy, right? And once they get it, they got it. How do you get it back from them? It's very, very interesting ride to watch. It's a real shitty thing to be aware of. It's in your face every day. Here comes my token plane. I got the door open with the bug screen on. Anyway, I'm babbling. You guys are power. You guys are pure power. Love it. And okay, I'm gonna go text. I'm gonna go in the house now. I'm gonna text Nino. I don't know what time. Where is he? In Texas, Arizona, or something? I think probably. I'll text Nino and see where he wants this to go down. It should be a good conversation, right? I'm guessing it's going to be a good one. But I'm looking forward to filling him up with facts from all of you. That's going to be very good. We actually finally beat the dirtbag to somebody. Isn't that great? Now, okay, I'm out of here. I'm babbling. Where's Ruby? I don't know. She's outside terrorizing somebody. I'm going to go. I love you all back. We're all family here. We're all massive power together. Okay, here I go. How do I? Oh, I'm going to hit the end stream. And I'll tell you what. Once I get a little more organized, because I feel freaking shitty when there's so many people waiting to be heard through an email. So you can imagine what it'll do to me to watch the comment section on this live screen and not be able to freaking answer every single one of them. So before I do this again, I'll make sure I'm organized, and I'll have somebody, like I said, I'll get somebody to ask me the questions, and we'll make sure we do that to make sure everybody gets heard and answered. All right, because this isn't going to work for me right now, and it's driving me bonkers knowing so many people are commenting right here, and I'm not going to be able to read them all. It bugs me. All right, so take care. Be safe. Quit being scared. Don't be scared of nobody. And you got something inside you that needs to get out. You get it out. If you get it out here, This is a safe place to do it. Anywhere, somebody, get it out of you. Quit packing it around. All right. So many people, it's not your fault you had this honest truth slapped in your face. You didn't ask for it. Nobody did, on average. Maybe today there's a handful of people that go out looking for it, but we didn't ask for it. It does not make sense to keep your mouth shut. All right. I'll be your mouth. Just get it out. All right. Okay, I'm going to go. Talk to you guys later on. Love everybody. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are so strong and stupid. Later.